Hello, lore heads, and welcome to the League, exploring the League of Legends lore from A to Z. My name is Rebecca.
And I'm John.
My name is Mark.
Today we're once again talking about the Swift Scout Teemo, who just got a little bit of a rework, a visual update, some quotes, and then his lore is canon now.
Yeah.
They don't talk about alien spaceships in it anymore.
You don't want to go to Yordle land anymore? Come on.
I want to play with the mothership.
I would say he still doesn't have a ton of lore, but his bio is, it works. It's consistent.
It matches Legends of Runeterra.
Yes.
Yeah, that's the fucking wild part of it all, isn't it?
It sticks with his theme of kind of what he's got going on and helping people and creating the Boy Scouts of Yordles, basically.
Yeah.
And he's delightful.
Maybe.
Oh, yeah. Well, I mean, even if he didn't create it, he is certainly shining a light on it now. He was the only one doing it.
He's creating most of the rules at this point.
Yeah, and he may have created the original rules and forgot.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's kind of a funny little detail.
With how old he might be, I guess, because they're not clear here, that is a really funny idea. Because I do forget shit that I do all the time.
Yeah.
Like,
That's very Yordle.
I did write this book? Oh, wow. You wouldn't say shit.
Shoot.
Shoot. Yeah.
Ah, puff
Shoot
cap.
dart.
Puff.
Right. Oh, yeah, that'd be pretty good.
That's cute. Yeah, I guess we could sum up his bio real quick. That's all we really get. So if we want to talk about that.
Yeah, go for it.
Okay.
Sure.
I didn't take notes on
Go
it. But
for
I
it.
figure we kind of figure it out. Teemo, normal Yordle in Bandle City. He was working on the Bandle Scouts. Yeah, it started with him getting badges. Yes.
Yeah, it said he was part of the Bandle Scouts for as long as he could remember.
Yes, he's a
He was
Bandle
all
Scout
about them badges.
forever. He's getting badges. There are so many of them. We don't know how many. Occasionally, it'd be like badge number 279. Help an old lady cross the street or whatever. I don't think that was one, but that's gotta be.
It's gotta be one.
Yeah.
Pretty sure, yeah.
Other Yordles, younger Yordles, started to admire what he was doing, so they started following along and also trying to earn badges and, learning all the rules. And Teemo kind of became their leader, and now he continues to make rules and things like that. Just the whole idea is to find adventure, explore, learn about the world, and help people and creatures wherever and however you can.
Yeah.
Just spreading goodness and love and adventure everywhere, which is fun. And the general consensus from Yordles is they're great, except Kled, who says, "Who the fuck are Bandle Scouts?" Or what the fuck are Bandle Scouts? The bio's delightful. It's really, really fun. Actually has some personality in the bio, which
You got a shit done with it. It oozes with it.
I know. Am I missing anything? That's basically it. Teemo's now creating new rules for the Bandle Scouts, and
They sell Bandle snack, or they sell
all
the Bandle
the
Scout.
Bandle Scout
snacks.
cookies, biscuits.
Yeah,
The
Bandle Scout
Bandle
biscuits.
Scout biscuits are great. They list all the flavors. One's Shuriman Sand. One of them was a Blessed Isles flavor, permanently
Helium.
discontinued.
Something, yeah. Meat, exclamation mark.
Right.
Meat. I really recommend reading this bio. It's a very quick read, and it's so cute. And if you hate Teemo, read the bio. And if you still hate Teemo, then there's no hope for you. It's over. They do mention his
Unfixable.
mushrooms, which is really great too.
Yes.
Yeah.
A lot of interesting things here.
Sure.
So, first of all,
I think
we
Mark
mentioned...
was going to say something.
Oh, I missed it. Go ahead.
No, I don't care. You can go ahead. No, go ahead. No.
Stare at him until he says it.
I'm going to stare at him.
One thing I was going to say is that the big thing they mentioned is that the original handbook for the Scouts got lost. And that's why he's writing all the new rules. Is
That's right.
And I think that's part of why he doesn't even know if he wrote them originally. It's because it has been lost in time.
He would have known if he hadn't lost it because, like Jace, he signs every page of his notes.
Maybe it was in the
Letters are all
Blessed
backwards
Isles.
and shit.
He left it there.
Honestly, that'd be kind of funny.
It sounds like
That's
he's
the
been
lost
there.
chapter. These guys.
Oh, that's
Oh,
great.
shit. I was thinking maybe he lost it when he was there searching for his soul-devouring sea worm for his for the scout badge, adopt a pet.
Yeah, I thought that's what he got in the "Don't Mess with Yordle" cinematic.
It is, yeah. But we also don't know when that cinematic took place.
Well,
or how long that's been.
I mean, Graves and PF were in it. It can't be that long.
We don't know how old they are.
Oh, no, they're two of the only people who aren't like 800 plus years old in Runeterra, John. Don't take them from us.
These old men running around. Anyway, yeah, what were you going to say, John?
I do just like that, there's obviously the implication that Teemo's very old, but there's a real possibility that he's like older than Heimerdinger. Like, we know that Heimerdinger is 313-ish years old.
I feel like then he's definitely got him older than Heimerdinger.
What he said in Arcane, which is canon now.
If he created like these biscuits that had a Blessed Isles flavor, then I mean, the Blessed Isles were a very long time ago. Yes.
Yeah.
So maybe Teemo the old, and I've got a tinfoil hat theory that's tied to his theme song, so I'll get into that a little bit later.
Okay, great.
That's why I think he's the oldest.
You got me fucked up with that. I'm curious because the only lyrics in that song are Teemo.
You see, if you play it backwards,
you piqued my interest.
Oh, meat. That's why they made that.
Oh, meat.
That Vandal Scout flavored, meat flavored.
Holy shit! Oh, you cracked the code. This guy over here. I mean, you really. I was just gonna say, you really said it that like they could have easily written a bio that was 4 paragraphs of what you just described, and played it very safe, and it could have been very like, yeah, it's a bio, it's fine, it's kind of what I expected, but it's full. Like, it opens with a little Vandal Scout, like. So, I don't know. What would you say? Not like
pledge?
A poem.
I think that is the
Pledge.
Scout. That's the code.
That's the code,
that's
like
the
a
Scout
pledge.
Code.
Yeah, I think you have to say it to get into the Vandal Scouts.
And the quotes from all the different people. It's they had a lot of fun with it, and it kind of carries through when you get to it. We'll talk about its theme a little bit too.
Yeah. Speaking of the quotes, one of the quotes there was from Tristana, who said that Teemo threw a great party and let her set off fireworks, which could very well have just been from Bandle Tale, because that happens.
Oh, probably.
Yeah, I was going to ask, because they talk about like, oh, they had a really good party with floats and stuff recently, and that was like, I've never played Bandle Tale, but I remember y'all mentioning you needed some
that you have
shit
to
for
throw
floats.
parties all the
Throw
time.
parties all the time. Fireworks are one of the things you can set up for it. Teemo and Tristana partake, so it's a little
partake,
rude.
huh?
Little rude giving Teemo credit for the party. I mean, I did all the fucking work.
I know, right? No mention of the yarn people.
I forgot my character's name
folk.
already. I know it was dumb, but
You gave me a dumb name too. I forget what mine was.
yeah, yours was a pink something, wasn't it?
Probably.
Pink, yeah. Pom pom something or other.
Oh, Pompomal or
good.
something like that.
Pom pomula.
Pompomala, yeah. I don't even remember why.
She had pom poms.
She did have.
Pamela Bandelson?
Sin.
No.
Oh my goodness.
You
She
can
had
look at the video. There's about a
really big round
balls.
yarn balls on her hair.
sorry. Stepping on the joke.
No, it's okay.
I do like that they said when one cadet surveyed Yordles across Runeterra for their market research and then proceeded to give quotes from 3 Yordles from Bandle City and then one from not. That is not good market research. You should not get that merit badge.
Oh no, he's trying.
They went and did the focus groups. This is what they put out for the shareholders, okay?
Yes.
Reviews are
Right.
much more mixed with the other Yordles.
And Tristana's not always in Bandle City. She's a traveler.
Well, I suppose that's fair. That's true. I want to see the Rotten Tomatoes or whatever for the fucking Bandle Scouts. It's like 98%
Rotten
for Yordles,
Tomatoes.
33% for humans. I don't
The
know.
Yelp score.
I will
Right,
say
yeah.
I do want to see or know if like just other people around Runeterra know about the Bandle Scouts, because that would be so cute. I feel like Runeterra is full of horrible things you have to be on the lookout for. So the idea that you can hear like little skipping in the distance and be like, oh, thank God. I think it's a Bandle scout. They must be here to help me with my broken wheel or whatever. It could have been Nocturne or something. Fiddlesticks calling out your dead mother's like last words or something.
Honestly, that'd be a pretty cute story to write. Like something that was kind of like a horror and then turned into just little Teemo there to help out.
Yeah,
someone's freaking out. What is it? Because it's just everything's always trying to kill them in Runeterra. Like,
they hear like puff caps like exploding in the background. It's getting closer.
Well, one of the things they said he.
Oh no, I'm done. Yeah.
Okay. Well, one of the things they said he did was he freed all the poor basilisks.
Oh yeah, Noxus.
Noxian camp because they look so sad. It's almost like a little like Nico in that way. Kind of incidentally caused a bunch of chaos and problems for everybody.
Yeah, which I feel like definitely shows up in his quotes a lot too. It's very accidental murdery type thing, you know?
So he's the opposite of Vhagar kind of thing. He's trying to do good things.
It does bad. Yeah.
It does bad.
Vhagar's jealous of him. Just like
the greatest villain.
Oh man, right? Releasing all of the basilisks, that's genius.
And I mean, if we're being honest,
yeah.
So one of the details that we learned from Legends of Runeterra 2 is that
there's a sequel. Such a
off
dumb
the
joke. So dumb. Sorry. I love you. What do you learn from Legends of Runeterra as well?
So Teemo gets his puff cap mushrooms from the black market of Zon. So we know that he's like trying to propagate them to like save, because they considered it a dying species basically. So he's trying to save the dying species, but he's buying them from the black market where they're used as like a drug, which also means that his hard work saving the species and propagating it is likely creating an even bigger drug market there.
So he's growing weed around, basically.
Basically. And the specific dealer he buys it from even has a quote saying, "I'll pick 'em, you plant 'em, kid."
Oh my god. That was an interesting turn they took with his mushrooms, I guess. Like, it's a psychedelic that people in Zon are really into.
But that's just another thing. He's just here to try and save a species of plant, and he's making the drug market go wild in Zon. Accidental Silco.
Oh my god. He's a drug dealer. He's a murderer. Meanwhile, Vhagar's saving lives.
Man, now, dude, I'm really wanting this Vhagar story of him tracking all of Teemo's little exploits. Like,
trying to take
another one.
But he ends up undoing like, all the bad Teemo's doing by accident.
Yeah,
right.
Making it good.
Like, another thing. We know that Teemo had a soul-devouring sea worm, right? Mm-hmm. We also know from his quotes that he had to get rid of it. So, like, if he just got rid of it somewhere randomly and didn't put it back in the water of Bilgewater, that's a very dangerous mess that Vhagar's going to have to clean up.
I feel like he would put it back where he found it, right?
It's
maybe that's also the last place he was captured. I wouldn't want to go back.
Oh, he wouldn't mind.
Teemo would never shy away from adventure.
That's true. That is a rule.
Capture would never stop him.
It's near literally a rule, yeah.
Actually, isn't the rule don't fear the unknown? If you get captured somewhere, then it's known, right?
Yeah, but you're captured by TF and Graves. It's like 2 of the 3 Stooges. Just got you.
Well, then that doesn't reflect well on you at all.
I'm getting captured. He was distracted. Leave him alone. They were fine in the end.
No, right? Like it could.
It did. Well, I doubt our TF participated in capturing.
Right.
Okay, so
he did capture Stooge. 3 of them. So.
Yeah, the Stooge ratio is gone haywire. It's gone completely.
Are any of the Stooges like competent? I never watched.
I
feel like that's not their thing.
Like one of them's kind of like the leader, right? Mo,
the most competent of the incompetents.
Mo sounds
Yeah.
like a name of one
Yeah,
of the
that
Stooges.
is Larry, Curly, and Moe.
Wow, you knew them all. Damn.
I have
Yeah.
old parents.
You do.
We had literally a Three Stooges poster on our wall for a while.
Aww.
Was it like, were they like doing boy band poses and shit?
It just had Larry and Curly, and they were shouting,
Oh.
"We need Mo!" They were at like a dinner table eating, and they were banging their like
Oh,
forks.
like, we need
Mo.
more.
Yeah,
Your dad
Oh,
probably thought that was really funny.
yeah. I don't.
That shit
I'm
was
gonna be.
like-
I'm gonna be honest. I don't think Dad put it up. It was in the hallway leading
it
to
you?
Virginia's room.
Okay. So that means your dad wouldn't. I don't know.
I don't know. It might have been from like a
What is this
magazine or
filth?
some
Get
shit,
this
or like
out.
an MTV thing. I don't know.
You're hanging men on the wall.
You and your teen beat, and it's just like full spreads of the Three Stooges. Oh my god.
One other interesting tidbit from his bio, the fact that he makes Poro Snacks flavored Bandle Scout biscuits. So we know that Braum invented Poro Snacks. That's a bit of lore that we have now from, I think he confirmed
Song
it
of
in
Nunu.
Song of Nunu.
Yeah, yeah.
Which means that Teemo likely had to collaborate with Braum to get the flavor right on the Poro Snacks Bandle Scout biscuits, which makes sense because he also has quotes towards Braum in Legends of Runeterra, specifically talking about recipes.
Oh, I like their little cooking friendship.
Yeah. That's kind of fun. I like that. They should get Pantheon in the mix. They should get
Right.
all the little cooks and bakers and such together.
You know, we were blaming Braum for leaving a Poro on the Blessed Isles that
Ooh,
became corrupted. But Braum's too young. Maybe it was Teemo that had a Poro on the Blessed Isles.
Perhaps, yeah. Yeah, he that would kind of be in line with his accidentally causing a bunch of problems thing.
That's true.
Right?
Maybe
he like
he's
brought it to the Blessed
responsible
Isles
for
because
the
it was
ruination.
such a great place. Like,
Great
you're gonna love
place,
it here,
yeah.
Poro. The day before
Even-
it got corrupted.
What are those ships on the horizon? That's weird.
Oh, a king is coming. How exciting.
I'll leave him to it.
Right? Oh, fuck. Oh, man. Pretty funny.
Now he does have all new voice lines now too. They're mostly interactions with other yordles. You know, I mean, obviously he's got normal voice lines too, but his like character specific ones are typically a few things that we know. Teemo knows Cled's full title. Another thing is, I feel like we were questioning this at one point because Riot had gone back and forth with it, but I think this is final confirmation on Fizz officially being an aquatic yordle.
That's good.
Does that even vibe with his bio anymore? And I
I don't
feel
think
like
so. I
not.
think in his bio he was like some lost species, right?
some
But-
lost species. Yeah, you got me
yeah.
curious now.
And we were all like, what the fuck? He's on a yordle?
Well, Riot's ripping that band-aid off and saying, hey,
Okay.
remember that bio we never updated? Fuck it.
I mean,
says-
they probably
it
don't
says-
remember that bio.
I'm looking at it now, and it says here the Yordle Fizz made his home. So I don't know.
Oh,
but
okay. Maybe they just changed it there.
Right.
I have no idea. We'd have to listen to the episode.
It's
Right,
still
yeah.
like, the font is still a different color because they never...
It's like
just
when someone's
added it
live
in,
editing a
haven't
dog.
approved
You can see
You're just watching
Why
them
is-
erase.
why is B Beck at RiotGames.com messing with this? What's going on here?
I love that that's what fucking Brandon does in his free time. Just goes onto
Yo,
Universe
that'd be
and fucks with
so funny.
He just incidentally makes it correct. He sometimes it just makes it wrong. I like that.
Gonna delete the word yordle here on the Fizz bio. See how long it takes him to notice that shit.
Oh, fuck him up. Oh, fuck. Yeah, that's fun.
He also has a quote towards Poppy that said, is that the Poppy? I've never seen a hero up close before. Which I feel like Tristana would find that pretty rude. Also, I found that pretty rude because my character in Bandletale literally saved Bandle City. And Teemo not only saw me up close, but he repeatedly knocked me out with a tranquilizer anytime I tried to go into his fucking cave.
Oh my god.
Which I needed to
I didn't
do.
get to that part.
So, like, it's kind of fucked up, Teemo. In
Well, it sounds
both
like you weren't
regards.
being very heroic. To be honest
Yeah,
with you, it
you
sounds
were
like you were.
breaking and entering.
Yeah, castle doctrine, dude.
Or cave.
Cave doctrine, yeah. It's funny he lives in a cave. He and Nar would get along, you'd think. They're both cave yordles.
I like the idea that he gets along with all the yordles.
Yeah.
Even Kled. I don't know if he does, but
He seems to.
That's
Those
good.
quotes, you know.
I like that he's
even
explained.
Nar, he was like, "Oh, you're just a mad little guy."
Yeah.
I love that for you.
I would love it if he's explained in like excruciating detail the concept of the Bandle Scouts. Like every time he meets Kled, Kled's like, okay, and as soon as he leaves, like I don't know what the fuck that
Right.
was.
Cled just assumes it was something that he fucking tripped up. He was like, "Man, I'm imagining that fucking smiley yordle again."
That little mushroom yordle again.
Speaking of which, I need more mushrooms.
Yeah.
Yeah, right. That's pretty funny. Yeah, I like his quote towards Vagar. When he kills him was maybe you'll be less evil after a nap, which is really something that I think we all resonate with.
Right?
Yes.
I will say the amount of his kill quotes that where he references either a game being over or the other person sleeping is a little troubling.
You think that he thinks they're sleeping?
Yeah, like 100%. He like kills Lulu and he's like, "Ah, that was a fun game. Can't wait till next one." And like, you're a sleepy little fella, aren't you?
Right? Maybe they kind of kept I feel like there was a little bit of
Sinister
people chafing
undertone.
it. Yeah, a little. They kind of kept a little sinister undertones, but in a way that's a lot more maybe subtle and not like a one note joke.
Right.
I hadn't really thought about that till you said that just now. But I like that. Or maybe his poison darts just put people to sleep for a really long time.
Maybe.
They did put me to sleep.
Ayo. Because they're so comfy. It's like ASMR. Teemo whispering for 8 hours, get you to go to sleep or whatever.
He's just blowing through his blowgun for
Teemo doing ASMR is not an image that I need to know. He's tapping his little claws.
Right. Damn, we're gonna step on mushrooms. You just hear the oh man. Yeah, this goes pretty fun. I like he has one that's like, what is it? Like the Bandle Scout handbook says, leave the forest cleaner than you found it. And then immediately after he blows up a turret, it's like, I'll clean that up later.
Clean that up later.
Right.
Yeah, I love that.
Oh, he had another one. Now, is this a player's reference? You gotta tell me. It's okay. You'll be a scout someday. When he kills someone, I think.
God, I hope
Oh. I don't think so, but I'm gonna pretend that it is because
Start
that's
incorporating
great.
that.
God, what a show! I gotta rewatch that.
so. I mean, they worked with them pretty closely. I wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah, you think so?
I mean,
Well,
that was
fair
like
play, Teemo.
they had to have collaborated with Riot, like.
I feel
Extra
like it would be
close.
something closer. We're referencing the show Players, by the way, which was we have a Patreon episode about. But yeah, it was an esports League of Legends show. But we got the sickest burn in that one when somebody said, "I still think you're a good player" in chat
okay, I
after
still think you're
shitting
a
on them.
good
It's okay, I
player.
still think you're a good player. And like legit, it was brutal though in the context of it. So yeah, I don't know.
Well, I'm gonna
I think
add
it'd
this
be
to
like,
my "It's okay"
It's okay.
repertoire.
It's okay. I still think he
It's
could
okay,
be a
League's
Bandit
hard.
Scout. League's
I
hard.
still think you could be a Vandal Scout.
That's
You'll
great.
get your badge someday. Like it's like
We say League's hard out loud all the time, but we got to start typing in chat when someone's toxic. Be like, League's hard, man. I don't know.
it's a hard game.
League's a really hard game. But we have typed that into chat to people now when they're rude to us.
It's like, all right, I still think you're a good
I
player.
still think you're a
I
good
still
player.
think you're a good player.
No one's ever gotten the reference, as far as I can
no,
tell.
because I don't know
Oh,
if
fuck no.
anyone
I think
watched the
30
show.
people watched players.
It's so
I think it
good,
was us
though.
three.
Yeah.
No.
You can't like it's not even like on Paramount Plus or whatever anymore.
Oh,
It's just
They took it
that's
off.
heartbreaking.
I'm pretty
We
sure.
were praying for a season 2. We knew that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If I ever get rich, that's what I'm going to bring
Sure.
back players.
It was the most hyper specifically created show for us. I think
it
I
was
could.
so
It like, you know, it's filtered down to just like the most narrow possible audience.
I know,
and
it's
that was us.
true.
I remember seeing little ads for it I think we were watching like old Star Trek on there, and it's like, what's there's some league thing? I rightfully, I think, assumed it was a documentary about the actual
it is
thing.
a mockumentary, yeah.
It is a mockumentary, yeah, which is even weirder. I remember y'all told me about it. It's like, this is so weird.
They did
fuck?
this. Someone
Yeah.
did this.
I think it's Riot's fault. They should have plastered that shit everywhere.
Yeah, maybe.
There should have been clips of that at
nauseous.
every esports event.
Oh my god, yeah, that's true.
They should have just, because it is like it's so accurate. Like
It is.
all the footage and shit. Like they got
Painfully
all like
accurate.
the league commentators and everything to
To act in it.
act in it and everything. Like they should have just put clips of it leading up to like esports events and pretended it was actual.
It was real.
That would have been pretty good.
Anyway, after our
Anywho.
players tangent.
So his new theme,
Yeah.
Teemo's got a new theme, y'all.
Which you all heard at the beginning of this episode. Because obviously I'm using it.
You're welcome.
It is.
You're
I thought it was
welcome.
a joke theme at first. Like someone had made it, like a fan made it.
Yeah, the Teemo chanting is the most random shit I've ever heard,
It's
and I'm
great.
so here for it.
Oh my god, I turned it on. I was immediately in love with the whole thing. It gives me,
know.
I get the faint whiff, right, of like the smoke off of Earth's Gatling gun. You know what I mean?
Oh, you're right. You're like, oh, they're having
Like, just
fun
the-
again.
Right?
At Riot. It's been a while.
Like I had read the bio and I was like, wow, this bio was really fun. This was they really are playing around, and then turned on the theme and is oh man. And then they got like a jaw harp in it. And
Yeah,
like, there's all-
man. They have just I have like the instrumentation for like the more Teemo-y feeling part of it is just so fucking on point. It's so Bandle City. It's more Bandle City than like I like the music in Bandle Tale, but it's so much more Bandle City than any of the music in Bandle Tale.
It's really good. It's a lot of fun. I really now we played a game with the new Teemo pretty recently, and I saw that he has. Is it a harmonica that he's got, or is it more of like an I want to say ocarina or something kind of like that?
Oh.
I think he does have a harmonica.
It's harmonica, I'm pretty sure,
Yeah.
which is in the
And
instrumentation.
yeah, his
obviously.
theme's got some fucking wailing harmonica. Holy shit.
It goes nuts, dude.
I've
But
never
now-
heard a harmonica trill like that before. Like a it's fucking wild.
Yeah, I want to see a video of like whoever's actually playing that to see what the technique looks like. It's got to be nuts.
Right? I looked up actually to see if I could find it. I could not find it anywhere. I couldn't even find like I was looking to see if I could just find the official instrumentation for it, which actually kind of led me down a fun rabbit hole. Which I didn't realize that we were kind of in the middle of, I guess, Players Week or some shit like that.
Oh yeah, yeah.
But one of like it was a few days ago, I think they had a Players Day specific to like music, and one of the things they did was they released what was it called? I wrote it all down here. Oh yeah, okay. So they released 12 orchestrated League themes and anthems, like sheet music, for free to download.
Ooh, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, so it's on their website right now. They're all piano arrangements, so it did not help me with orchestration necessarily, but it's got Caitlyn, Gwen, Lee Sin, Melio, Pantheon, Talia, Curse of the Sad Mummy, Everything Goes On, Legends Never Die, Still Here, Villain, and the world's orchestral theme. So that is all free for download on the website right
Wow.
Nice.
I wish I could play the piano
now. Right?
Right. Or any
or read
instrument.
sheet music or anything.
I say that's something that I have learned 3 separate times in my life, and I couldn't tell you how to read sheet music now.
And you guys are all
Like they
friends
rep
with
their
me.
notes or something, right?
I know
Yeah,
you taught me
play
2
it.
of the 3 times, so
But then I have to sit down and learn. And
yes,
I
I'm
don't
too
know
old
about
for that shit.
So yeah, onto my theory here.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
Oh
hit me with it.
yes,
Now, it's not just the beginning that shouts Teemo. It's a theme that comes up throughout the song, beginning, middle, and end. What we know about Teemo, he's the leader of the Bandle Scouts, right? Which no one had ever even fucking heard of.
Sure.
No one was a member of until, except for him, until he just randomly decided to, teach other people about it.
Yep.
Does not warrant that level of epicness. All right.
Wow.
I'm saying.
Okay, that's
One of
value
Riot's oldest
judgment.
champions is what I was thinking.
Okay. Well, hold on.
Okay.
That's because that's not part of the bio, right? It
Well,
doesn't say
no,
anything
but
in the bio that
it's
it's one of Riot's
Riot.
oldest champions.
It's Riot.
What about the line that said he was one of the oldest champions created for League of Legends, the video game?
Now,
Okay.
the music usually it fits the character, right? Mm-hmm. You know what that music is fitting for?
A villain?
Yes, but I'll get to that later.
Okay.
Okay.
That music would be
What?
very fitting for the founder of Bandle City. Now we know Teemo's too old to even remember if he founded the Bandle Scouts. We know Teemo's likely older than Heimerdinger, almost assuredly older than Heimerdinger. We don't know how old exactly, but we know that he's so old that he cannot even remember all the various things that he's founded. The Bandle Scouts, they're cool. They don't warrant an epic theme like that. Only the founder of a city like Bandle City would warrant such an epic Teemo. That was probably the original, like, you know, they all the yordles
like
probably
little
got
cave
together
yordles?
during their parties and they would sing that after
They would
the
chant
founding.
it.
Yeah,
their
Do you think their
loincloths.
voices are that deep?
probably.
when they
They
sing?
used to be.
yeah,
That
they've
used to
changed a
be.
lot.
They used to be
Imagine
real.
the earliest yordles were just like these little demons with these really deep voices.
Maybe that's why people are so scared of them. Because they used to go around chanting Teemo like that.
Maybe.
That'll freak me the fuck
That would
out.
scare the shit out of me, yeah.
Hear that coming in the night for you? Teemo? More like Team No. Alright.
The finger with the early team. No.
I can see where your head's at with it. Do you have more to this theory? Is that
Also,
the-
I did just think, like, along the lines of him being a villain. Can you think of, like, a single song where the person's name is repeated throughout the song that's not about a villain? I mean, I've got Jinx, Draven, and Sephiroth off the top of my head.
That's fair, I suppose. Right now I can't remember what any songs are. I'll get back to
No, they're all gone.
I'm not counting
the
rock
Teemo
songs
song.
in here, because, you know,
Oh, okay.
that's different.
That's true, right? Like Roxanne. Was
Yeah.
Roxanne the villain? I don't know.
She's the villain, yeah. Most people don't know that about the police.
Actually, I'd say a lot of people know that about the police. Ayo.
Pew, 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 pew.
Anyway. Want to lay out
All
your
right,
fun
I like-
facts? Oh, sorry. Go
I'll
ahead.
say about your theory. I do like it, honestly. I kind of like the
Yeah.
idea that Teemo, because he comes off so youthful, but the idea that he's also the oldest original like yordle would be kind of fun. He's just never lost any of that spirit. That's true yordle spirit right there.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, I love
Distilled.
that too.
The other yordles around him are like, you know, they get like Heimerdinger, Corky, they get older because they like are feeding from the well of yordle spirit.
I honestly
Teemo
think
is
they were
the
just
well of yordle spirit.
They were born that way, honestly.
Corky just popped out calling people whippersnappers.
Kind of,
Right.
right? Yordles don't seem to age, really.
Yeah.
So I
I do
think-
kind of like that.
Yeah. Corky just
Like, oh
popped
man,
into
I got an old
existence.
man baby, and not in the normal way.
How they all look old as fuck. I don't think they have babies. Well, we don't know. We still
Yeah,
don't know how
they
Yordles
come from
produce.
a yarn ball or some bullshit.
Yeah, except Vex, who does have parents, so she can hate them.
Yeah.
It's necessary.
You know, there are a lot of youths in Bandle Tale. So for fun facts today, all I really have is a list of the rules that we are aware of.
Okay.
I thought about
True,
doing this too.
Yeah, through a combination of his lore, like his bio, his quotes, his Legends of Runeterra quotes. I did not look through Bandle Tale for this, so there might be additional ones in there, but I didn't have the time for all that.
No, it's all right. Are there accidentally 2 Rule 13s?
You tell me. There are 2 Rule 13s. They're basically the same, but not quite. So Rule 13, the first one mentioned in the bio, is every day is an adventure. Make sure you are prepared. But in his quotes, Rule 13 is treat every day like it's an adventure.
Oh, he's just paraphrasing.
Now,
there,
Rule
I think.
13 is one of the originals, probably, right? Like, that's a very old rule. So it makes sense that he wouldn't be able to remember it exactly right.
Exactly as it
He's
is.
old,
Sure.
dude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He goes to bed at 4 p.m.
That sounds great, honestly.
I can't wait till I grow up.
Now, I've got Rule 73, never play with your food.
Oh, but it's fun, Teemo.
No, it's against the rules. Mm-hmm. Rule 79, keep your hands and feet outside the barren pit at all times.
All right. I can follow that one.
Rule 91, be proactive. Rule 92, you can't help others if you don't help yourself first.
Oh, that's beautiful, honestly. So true.
Rule 151, every yordle loves a portal. Rule
That's
150
what John says before sex.
He dives on
It
it.
is now.
Every yordle loves a portal.
Rule 154, never fear the unknown. Rule 212, you gotta team up to fight for what's right. Rule 276, denizens of the woodlands are our friends. Rule 354, if it's fuzzy, it might be safe to pet, but certainly isn't safe to eat. Rule 417, make sure you're out of the blast zone.
I feel like Ziggs just kind of put that one in there.
Right.
That one is specifically after he levels up in Legends of Runeterra and gets his evolved puff caps.
Gotcha.
And then Rule 419, care for your equipment, and it will care for you. And I'm not sure if there's ever any implication here of there actually being multiple troops of scouts, or whether there's just like one massive troop all under Teemo. But if not, then his scout troop is Bandle Scout Troop 0209, which, if there is just one troop, it's ambitious to have a 4-digit troop number starting with a 0. It's high aspirations.
You know, we want to make sure there's room, right? It's called future proofing.
I feel like they've all just been his troops, but maybe there's been some failed troops that he doesn't remember.
Right? There's
This
been
is
some
the
Star
current
Guardian
one.
style.
Jeez.
Rough.
Right.
But yeah, that's Teemo.
Yeah, that's it for new Teemo. I like him.
Yeah. Yeah, he's a lot of
good
fun.
stuff.
They had a lot of fun with it.
Yeah, we're less prepared for our second half of this episode, but we figured Teemo was going to be really short. So we wanted to also talk about the Fright Night skin line because, you know, we wouldn't do a whole episode on this. It's Halloween. This skin line's adorable, and there was a little bit of lore for it.
Yeah. A little bit.
Just a little bit of lore.
And they've got poems.
They do! All of the boarding house children, which, getting into Fright Night, it's sort of a little Miss Peregrine's home for peculiar children. A little bit is the vibe that we got.
Yeah.
I was just going to kind of summarize that little paragraph there. I didn't know if you were going to read it, John.
Yeah, go for it.
Yeah, Mother Glass runs a orphanage.
It's a boarding
it's
house.
very-
It's a house, a boarding
Yeah,
house. It does
boarding
feel like an
house.
orphanage because it starts with Annie, but it is a boarding house, which is on top of a frog leg. Frog legs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It kind of seemed like a,
Sort of like the,
the house on the chicken legs.
Yes.
Baba Yaga.
Baba
Yaga.
Yaga. Why was I thinking R? I don't know. Baba Yaga. Yeah, but with frog legs, and it's a toadstool instead. So Mother Glass. Maybe that's why I thought it was an orphanage, because they call her Mother Glass. Okay.
Sure.
She runs this boarding house, and she welcomes people in, who need help. And yeah, there's a handful of people there. Annie, Draven, Nautilus. Who's that the last one, honey?
That's Glask, but the last one is also Trundle and Urgot.
Oh, Trundle and Urgot
Yeah.
all live there, and their little descriptions are all like a little limerick, basically.
Want to read some of the limericks?
Sure. Did you have like a favorite one, or?
I think I like the Urgot one maybe the most, that or maybe the Nautilus one. Okay.
Read
Right.
both. Yeah.
Sure, yeah, I'll do the Urgot one. Unctuous Uncle Urgot has no nose to smell, no feet or toes to stink, but he's still feeling swell, 'cause visitors arrive and ring the household bell, with new parts not so rotten for him, and tummy snacks as well.
It's really good. What's he doing in that boarding house? Urgot.
There's a lot of questionable
People
members
here.
of the boarding house.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll do
snacks.
Annie.
Yeah.
Awful orphan Annie comes home from school each day, a lonely little lady with whom no one will play. Now all her family's fled, or dead, or gone away. She can depend on Mr. Tibbers to make her new friends stay.
I forgot that it started with Awful Orphan Annie.
Not little orphan Annie. Awful orphan Annie. I'll do Nautilus's one. Strange and ghoulish screaming woke Nautilus into being. He made his way outside to find them most displeasing. These lousy, no-good neighbors, always there sightseeing. What kind of butler would I be if I don't send them fleeing? Ah, that's great.
I hadn't realized he was like a butler in this,
Right.
this game. But
It's really
kinda
great.
liking it.
It's just a bunch of horrors riding on a toadstool with frog legs.
Yeah.
They've banded together.
Yeah,
The
I kind
other
of like
half.
the...
Ooh, yeah, go ahead.
I was gonna say just the conceit of them being, nice, very Addams Family almost, or something like that. Also, it's like they're very
Yeah.
spooky and whatever, but they still got hearts to them, right?
Yeah.
I don't know about Urgot, but
They're not harming each other, though.
sure, yeah.
They're living in peace together as long as they're allowed to be their horrible selves. That's great. Yeah. Also under this umbrella is Creepaway Camp. I didn't realize this was like a separate thing, but other Fright
These are like
Night skins.
the new ones.
Oh, well, yeah, that makes sense, I guess. So, like, the first bunch were together. Yeah, this one's interesting.
Much more horror specific theme.
Yes, I would love, like, a comic in this little universe. Like, I think it would be really, really fun. But this is my entire vibe. I think it's got, like, the slasher summer camp feel, but with just all of these very strange creatures instead. I like Zeri's description here is that was she head counselor, nurse, and necromancer at Creepaway Camp. So Zeri was really loved by people, and she drowned. So the campers pulled her out of the water and shocked her back to life.
No problem.
Yeah,
And that's how she
big
has
deal.
her electricity
yeah,
powers.
zap.
Right, it all lines up.
Campers put on their thinking caps and did as she had taught. A few stitches, a zap, and Zeri was back. It was great.
Yeah, I like that nurse and necromancer kind of fall under the same sort of purview.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, just every camp needs a nurse and a necromancer. One for the oopsies and one for the oopsies that went too far.
Right?
It's all fun and games until I'm zapping someone back to life.
Do I need a stitch or a witch to solve this problem?
Oh, that's so good.
I like Shaco's because they kind of set up through Nunu's, right, that he is hearing some clown toy kind of under his bed, kind of talking in his ear, and kind of pulls him down to help him out, and it's Shaco. And at the end of it all, right, of course Nunu, he's a kid, he can't get whatever ritual it is that Shaco's trying to get him to do, right? So they don't really say, I don't think, like what specifically happens from Nunu not doing it right. But I think it's just the fact that he's not able to take over the world or whatever he was planning to do. Yeah, worldwide doom is what Shaco was planning. But he had a
feel
little
like
6-year-old kid.
The way I read it was that when they fucked up the ritual, they brought Vagar instead.
You think so? It's interesting because like in the Vagar one, they talk about something a little different. Like they talk about like taking some stuff out and burning it. But if you look at like the Fright Night Shaco splash, actually, you can see him kind of from a toy. Like there's like a little toy that's like the full Shaco's kind of coming out of, and Nunu's there too.
Oh, I didn't see the splashes.
Yeah, that splash is pretty neat because it's got, like I said, down the bottom left corner. There's little Nunu, I guess, doing whatever ritual, and then the two little Shakos kind of are coming out of a little toy.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
Yeah,
That's a creepy one.
I do kind of wish they had kept the little poems or limericks with these.
Yeah, they it almost seemed like they were going to, and then they
The
decided not
Vagar
to.
one kind of does.
Yeah,
right?
I was just reading that. Mm-hmm.
Was that the first one they wrote? They're like, fuck this, it's too hard.
It's a lot of work.
Yeah.
How many more of these we gotta do? 4? Oh, and a prestige skin? Nah.
Fuck it.
It's okay. You could just keep the fashion show with the prestige, which they did here.
Which
That's
they
true,
did.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we have a prestige Zeri skin.
It's so, yeah.
Striking fear into the hearts of the unfashionable, with her bold, asymmetrical hair and oversized coat crawling with fine spider silk. Zeri's shocking new look is just to die for.
I like this one because they incorporate, like, they still have, like, horror elements, especially, at least the spider silk thing. There's not, like, a ton of it, but instead of it just being raw fashion, she's got a tiny bit of the horror flavor
and to
there,
die
you know what I mean?
for, you know.
Yeah.
They tried.
And her hair's asymmetrical.
I mean, that's the most horrific thing of all.
I mean, it's just Harley Quinn, but different colors.
Yeah, it's true. It is. Wow, I don't know why I didn't realize that until you said it just now, but yeah, duh.
It's just like the, it's the Cruella de Vil Harley Quinn.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is a fun little skin line. I like this one. They were all of the, I feel like, champions were really fun to read through.
Yeah, I don't know. I wish there was even more for it. I don't know. It's I guess I really also really dig on this Halloween spooky feel. You know, they're pulling from a couple of different places, and I kind of like all the places that they are pulling from in this. So a little story could be fun. Maybe like a little like a Princeling's Lament type poem.
Yeah.
Could be fun.
great.
Support
That would be
you know.
awesome. I would love like a little animation would be very cute. Just kind of like a it
Like a
could
welcome
be
to the
real
boarding
cheap
house
style.
or-
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. That would be fun.
Or welcome to camp or something like, or whatever. I don't know what you want
Yeah,
to do.
it could be fully animated.
I wonder what they'll do next. I hope next year they still release more. Because we got a camp
this
down
line,
and
yeah.
a weird boarding house, and who knows what'll be next.
What do you think it'll be next?
Oh, that's that's a really good question. I don't know. What are classic
I mean, a school,
school?
Could be
school's not
one.
bad.
Ski lodge.
a ski lodge. I guess if we're thinking classic, scary settings. Yeah, there's a ski lodge.
Yeah, school's not bad. I gotta think about it. I don't know. I got the Teemo theme going in my ear. I've had it playing
I
in the
know.
background the whole time.
Oh, you were
so-
playing it.
Just
I
this
was
whole
just in
time.
your head.
Just
Just
getting
in the
pumped up
dog.
for the episode.
But once every 2 minutes, you hear Teemo. Pretty good.
Well, any final thoughts on Teemo or Fright Night?
Fright Night's fun. The poems were a lot of fun. I kind of forgot that they were like written this way, so going through them all was a lot of fun. And the Teemo thing was really a lot of fun. I was really pleasantly surprised because I kind of thought like, he's not going to do a lot with Teemo. I kind of thought, like I said, he was going to. I thought I was going to load in and I was going to read 4 paragraphs and be like, yeah, it's Teemo. Kind of at the end of it. So. And also them incorporating the Legends of Runeterra stuff. It's like I know that game is in a weird place sometimes with canon. So the fact that they're like trying to pull some things together, it's like, hey, I appreciate it. It's nice.
Yeah. Because they put a lot of work. They arguably put more work into their lore than like a lot of other places. So like, I like them validating all that work they did.
Yeah.
Well, they got so much. I think we said before, like they have a lot more space to kind of fill in a lot of little details and flavor. Just make the world feel a little more filled out and rounded. And it's like, well, why, like, let's use it. It exists, right? Like, there's no reason to say like, oh, there's only one Bandle Scout and it's got to be Teemo. It's like, well, they wrote all these other fun little characters. Just use them. Why not?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, well, that was Teemo and Fright Night. Thank you so much for listening. We have a Twitch. It's twitch.tv/Loreheads. John streams on Saturdays. He does TFT and ARAMs with viewers. So if you want to play some games with Johnny Boy over here, he's waving.
That's me.
With his bright orange sweater and his Oscar the
can't
Grouch
miss me.
shirt. I do love how we got that for Poppy's birthday party in the summer, and you just unironically wear this Oscar the Grouch shirt now.
What am I going to do? Just not wear a shirt I own?
Right?
It
You
fits.
should learn from that Budweiser shirt. It's like, if it gets into the mix, fucking game over.
Oh boy. We also have a YouTube if you want to see John's bright orange sweater and his Oscar the Grouch shirt. You can check out our YouTube. We also like post shorts there and stuff. Fun little clips and tidbits that make us giggle. Teehee. Yeah, we have a Discord. If you want to find some people to chat with, play League with, join the Discord, please. And we also have a Patreon. Thank you so much to all of our patrons.
But a very special thank you to our Medarda tier patrons, King of Hearts and Mr. Dead. If you were in or around Bandle City and were encountering problems, I would come to the rescue even before the Bandle Scouts. That's how fast I'd have your back.
That's pretty prepared.
I'd walk through an army of puff caps.
I was like too prepared. I think,
Yeah, honey, I know you. No offense. Although you're always prepared for the episodes. You're often not prepared
Right?
for like life, you know?
if there was a
What?
maybe
How dareth thou?
maybe you're the League like branch of the Bandle Scouts. Like someone's like, oh man, I can't remember what happened in Star Guardians season 3 with Lux or whatever, and it's like, oh man,
It's like the bat signal goes off.
I kind of like it.
Well, please be sure to join us next week. We'll have a little Halloween spectacular.
Spooktacular.
We'll be dressing up to. You have to make sure to watch the episode in some very cheap and easy Halloween costumes, and we're going to talk about a couple of creepy Legends of Runeterra stories. And with more time, maybe we'll talk about some spooky movies or something we're watching.
Yeah, they'll be from the Realms of Runeterra book.
Oh my God, what did I call it? Legends of Runeterra?
Yeah, but that's okay.
I got so
I'm going
much
to do that
blank of
so
Runeterra.
much next week. Anyway, the Realms of Runeterra book. Realms.